Hello, Chameleon Wranglers. Today is very special because I have a special guest on the show today. This is Yvette Strand. She's my wife. And we're on a date.
Yes, we are.
and how do you feel about me bringing my entire listening audience with us on a date?
I'm used to it.
Well, what are we doing for our date?
We are branch hunting.
Ooh, sounds exciting and sounds romantic.
It is.
Well, why would branch hunting be a date?
I don't know.
She loves branches, and why do you love branches?
Well, I love them for my gecko cages, and so you gotta hunt for the best.
This is Yvette Strand from Misty Mountain Phants, and she is a breeder of Euryplatus fantasticus, the satanic leaf-tailed gecko. And she's very dedicated to her little geckos, and so she loves her branches. They got to be good branches. In fact, I forget, was it your birthday? I brought her a bouquet of oak branches instead of flowers, and
nice.
She was very excited about that.
He did get me flowers.
You see, this is what happens when you have two herpetoculturalists who are in the same house. You get this kind of dynamic. So we're going to take you along as we hunt for the perfect branches. So let me set the stage here. We are specifically looking for oak branches. I like oak branches because they're strong and they have a lot of character and some great colors, great angles of the branches, and so they look really good in the cages. So when I go to an area, I scope out all of the stands of oak trees. These are not oak trees. Those are eucalyptus. We don't use eucalyptus. Pepper trees. We don't use pepper trees. Pine trees. No pine trees. Oak trees. Good. Except this isn't the place we're going. This isn't my secret spot. So you may hear some wind on here, and that's because some of the best branch hunting time is after there's been a windstorm, obviously, because that's what gets all the branches falling out of the trees. And so we've been having a little bit of storms here. And so this is the perfect time to come out and look. I usually look for areas that are on the edges of manicured areas that may be sprayed with pesticides. And so I get to the little bit of the wilder areas. Yeah. All right, so this is what we call jackpot. Great tree and great branches to choose from. Now, the way I put cages together, there's three types of branches that I use. The first is the structural branching, and that's what I'm using to make a frame in the cage. And it's off of these structural branches that the horizontal perching branches and all the other branches, as well as the potted plants, are going to be mounted on. And so what I'm looking for is a thicker branch, so about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch diameter. The next type of branch is a perching branch, and these are branches that I strategically put for certain purposes, such as sleeping, drinking, basking. And so I'm strategically placing them, say, behind a lot of foliage so they can feel secure when they're sleeping, or under the UVB lamp or the basking light. And I differentiate them because these are going to be selected with respect to how big the chameleon's foot is. And the third type of branch is what I call the network branch. And these are branches that allow the chameleons to access different areas of the cage. These are branches that have varying diameters. It really doesn't matter. These are just highways and allow the chameleon to use different areas of the cage. Here we go. Here are some nice perching branches. I select a perching branch based upon the size of the chameleon's foot. I want the chameleon to be able to either get their feet all the way around the branch or else halfway around the branch. And so my perching branch is somewhere in between those two extremes. And this is meant to give the chameleon security. They know naturally that if they're on a thin branch, it's a lot easier for them to detect when a predator is coming up behind them or trying to come down the branch. So the thinner branches give more security to the chameleon, and that's an important thing when they're looking for a place to sleep because they want to feel safe. All right, folks, this is a freaking awesome network branch. Look at all those branches coming off. This is going to fill an area of the cage. And that is the purpose of a network branch. It's meant to give the chameleon access to the different corners of the cage. Now, what makes this particularly wonderful is, first of all, the character of it, but also it has all these branches coming off. Now, of course, you can't have the branching so dense that the chameleon can't move its body. And so I may have to do some trimming, but this will definitely be a good networking branch. Well, what do you think about your haul?
Love it.
That's right, this is my haul. This is what I got. I think we've got enough to have some fun doing caging.
Yep, just a few.